The conversation around accidental entrepreneurship is one that's making circles around the tables and definitely conversations with and among entrepreneurs themselves. What makes these entrepreneurs thrive or maybe fail? This is one of the topics that came out at the SME Ignite Summit that is currently taking place today. And Mr. John Dludlu is my guest, who also put this topic to the fore about whether accidental entrepreneurship actually works in South Africa, given many social and economic challenges. Mr. Dludlu joins us now. He is with the Small Business Institute. Mr. Dludlu, thank you so much for joining us on the SABC News Channel. Always a pleasure having you. As I said, that entrepreneurship and accidental entrepreneurship is a topic that is quite spoken about. Let's turn our attention to South Africa and whether this kind of entrepreneurship is actually beneficial or even useful in the South African circles.
Unfortunately, it's got a limit, Liabo. Because instead of, let's take what true entrepreneurs do. I'll give you two examples. The first one is Mike Nkuna. Mike Nkuna, who owns Masingita. Mike Nkuna had a job, a full-time job. He left his job and answered the entrepreneur's calling. And today he owns half of the commercial properties in Soweto and is building malls across the country. He did not do it because he did not have a job. Same with the late Dr. Richard Maponya. He had a very successful career as a teacher, but the entrepreneur's bug beat him.
While he was in employment?
While he was in employment, he left the job, and during the apartheid period, he started his own businesses. Today, the businesses are still sustainable, the businesses are thriving. What I find problematic with the current situation that we have is we have too many accidental entrepreneurs. You lose your job, you take your pension, you go and start something. Not all of us were meant to be entrepreneurs. So I find this quite problematic. So we have to ensure that the ecosystem, financial and non-financial support system, supports the true entrepreneurs, not those who are finding themselves without jobs. So I said today when I was speaking that part of what we need to do perhaps is we need to reconsider the system of conscription so that we remove youth who are unemployed and give them opportunities elsewhere, so that if you are in the army, you have the discipline of waking up every day towards a purpose. And if you are academically inclined, the army assists you. You'll find your career path, whether it's in medicine, teaching, or whatever. But let's try and reduce people who end up as entrepreneurs. It all ends in tears. It's not very nice.
Yeah, it's been quite a busy day today, in particular for the entrepreneurship calendar. I know that Business Partners Limited had a briefing this morning on the state of entrepreneurship, and some of the numbers that came out of this meeting talking about the low numbers of 9% that South Africa has. Are we ever going to get to a point where we have a thriving SME sector, given the regulatory challenges and, of course, the low economic growth? And, of course, these also happened before COVID. So many people now, I get to wanting to blame COVID for everything. But a lot of these challenges, to be honest, started way before even COVID became a thing. What do you think we need to do as a country?
I think two things. Let's stop the fragmentation of the ecosystem. The ecosystem right now, funders and non-financial supporters are not working together. We are competing unnecessarily as the ecosystem. We're too fragmented. We are fighting the same battle. Let us cooperate and work together. The second one is let us encourage entrepreneurship right from the school level. That by the time those who are entrepreneurship inclined, they must know right from their school days, high school days, that there is a future. So that by the time they finally take the jump, they go to family, friends, to ask for that startup capital, at least they have some skills that they've developed and picked up along the way.
Yeah.
So it's possible to change the current trajectory.
Yeah.
But we have to be deliberate and intentional about it.